Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Ed's Metalworks. Been a while, a couple of weeks, maybe a month by now, but the fall yard work duties had to be taken care of before winter comes. So with trees, there's leaves and grass, and taking down the plants for the year and putting away all the patio furniture, all that kind of junk, you know, it adds up over time. You just got to take the time to do it, and kept me out of the shop. So sorry about the delay in videos, but I just thought I'd show you, we're kind of in the process of a little bit of a recycling projects in the shop, things laying around or that I can use for another project. Like I said, did some fall cleanup, and part of that was removing a bunch of bushes. I pulled them out with my truck, but anyway, I got to put down some landscape fabric and some kind of river rock or mulch or something in that area. But I bought the fabric, and I looked at the hold down things. You can get a little box of these metal staples at the big box store for 50 of them for about $5. So I got to looking at all the election signs up and down the block, and they all have them wire frameworks. I hope you guys can see this, but this is about what the wire framework looks like on these things. Well, I gathered up a few of them and cut them up into pieces like about 8-9 inches long, depending on what I can divide each piece up into. And then we roll them around in our handy dandy little Harbor Freight bender here and make some landscape fabric staples. They work pretty good. You just push them in the ground and step on them. They go in, they hold the fabric really well. But anyway, I'll show you what we're doing here with the bender, and we'll bend up a few just to show you what the project consists of. Like I said, I just straighten these corners out on these things, and you can cut them with a regular bolt cutter. I just cut them into the little pieces with the bolt cutter. But anyway, this is what we're doing here. I'll bend up a couple for you. Get you aimed up here. But I just mark the center line in there, and then you stick this in, and you can get them to come out fairly equal. Oop. Looks like the handle's gonna hit. Gotta move you back here a little bit. There you go. So there you go. Just like so. This handy dandy little bender, I don't use it all that much, but when the job calls for it, it's kind of handy to have. There are all kinds of them on the market. I think I don't know what they copied off of. Something like a Hausfeld bender or something like that, but anyway, that works pretty good. I won't bore you with bending the rest of them, but that's that project anyway. And then I'll show you what the other project we got going here is in just a second. Alrighty, everyone. Like I said, we're doing a little recycling project around the shop. So the other thing I had a box of nuts, I'm sorry, not bolts, just the nuts. And they're a metric thread size of some kind. I've only found they fit a 22 millimeter wrench or 7/8 fits on them. And the only thing that they fit on in my shop is these quick change, these Chinese made quick change tool posts. That's the only thread, only bolt or everything. I got a million million different bolts, and that's the only one that these nuts fit. But anyway, I've been kicking these nuts around for I don't know how many, couple years maybe. I don't even know where I got them, but anyway, about the 100th time I knocked them over and spilled them off the shelf, I decided I'm going to do something with them. Well, of course you can look on Pinterest and you can find anything, so I found a little project on Pinterest that kind of used the nut theme like this. So we're going to whip up I'll show you what we're going to whip up here. I did one already. Made a little Christmas tree. Out of the nuts. Welded them all together. I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but I used silicon bronze to spot them together rather than just fuse them together. I thought, shoot, that looks like a ornament hanging on this tree or something, but anyway, it's then I just wire brush it clean when it's done. Got some little sheet metal stars that I welded on a piece of rod and glued in the top of it. But that's the little project we did with these metric nuts. Anyway, it takes, let me see, we started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you got 3 for the base on there, the base. Anyway, I started another one, and you kind of gotta, I tack weld the 5 together, the 4 together, and the 3 together, and 2, and then I start welding them to each other. But you gotta flip sides now and then, or else you end up with a curled up Christmas tree because it all pulls the one way. It's kind of a fun little project. And then this is my setup to weld the 3 nuts on a bolt for the base on here. It's just a bolt. I cut the threads off and weld it to the bottom of that one nut on there. But that's my little Christmas recycling project with these nuts, so I won't knock them off the shelf ever again. Well, they might fall off in one piece as a Christmas tree, but anyway, I do have I got a half a dozen left over from this project, so I'll always have a couple around here if I ever need that size. But like I said, I've had them around here for a few years. I've never ever had to use that size yet on anything, so I don't, in my nut and bolt arsenal, I don't have any bolts that fit them. So anyway, I'm gonna set you up over here. I'll do a little tacking on this one, and we'll weld it together and see how it comes out as the finished product. Alrighty, we'll tack one of these, finish tacking this one together and see how it comes out. Like I said, I'm using the silicon bronze rod because it's a little different color. Kind of makes it look like there's ornaments on there. So I don't know if you see, I got an old, it's a Starrett, but it don't work. You can't turn it off. Mag base that I use. It works pretty good for steadying your hand for doing the TIG welding. Seen lots of different varieties of that kind of thing around, but this is kind of what I use. So let's get to doing a little tacking here. Like I said, you kind of got to work a little bit on each side so you don't end up with a big bow. We'll finish a couple on this side. Now we'll turn it over and get a few on the other side. Draw it back this way a little bit. Really got to look at them, make sure you get all the points that you want. Something bad about tacking them together, or just spotting them together. You got to make sure you get all the spots. And a few more on this side, and that'll be about it for this. I try to give it a little gob of this silicon bronze so that it'll shine up and kind of look like a ball on there. Trying to make sure I got all my points done. Anyway, that's what it comes out like after you get it all spotted together. Now we'll grab a couple of these and weld the base. Got a bolt here to hold So I can tack these on here. Bolt is stainless, so I'm using a little stainless steel rod to do this job. Stand it up, make sure it looks pretty square. And do the top of it here. Threads get cut off anyway, so after the threads are cut off, just weld it on there and then you have your Christmas tree. Anyway, I thought I'd show you them things just to get rid of a few things around the shop again. I kind of like making something out of nothing that's laying around, so anyway, thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you will and share it with somebody. It's always fun to make a video for everyone. I always figure it, nothing else, you can pass the time, waste the time watching my videos maybe. But again, thanks for joining me and we'll see you on the next one.